All right, Jacob, thanks, mate, for being on the podcast. We'll start like we do with every episode, but, mate, dive straight into it. What is your one percenter?
My one percenter, mate. So for me personally, I've been thinking about this question for a couple of weeks now, ever since you invited me along. So one thing that I kept coming back to personally was having a really good routine, good structure in your life. For me personally, especially in my role in my industry, it is good to have good structure and routine around your day-to-day tasks every single day. Obviously, then that way you're a lot better organised as well for every single day. You wake up, like my routine's pretty the same. 5:15, the alarm goes off, straight down to the gym, and pretty much between 5:45, 6 o'clock, get down to the gym, and I'm down there for about an hour and 15 minutes every single morning, Monday to Friday. And that there pretty much, that clears me completely. Like, I'm down at the gym, I'm focused, I'm doing what I want to do. If I had a crappy day the day before, I can take it out on whatever, punching the bag down there or going for a good run on the treadmill, whatever it may be. I don't do hopefully too much running, but every now and again I do get on there and blow a bit of steam off.
Mate, I've seen your name down on the board that you're going to be potentially fighting at the 90 kilo mark. Yes. So are we interested to maybe have a yak about that later? But
we will indeed, absolutely, yeah.
Anyway, mate, so routine is your one percenter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Look, guys, if you're getting something out of these episodes and if you think you're going to get something out of this one with Jake, which I'm sure you will, please subscribe to the YouTube channel and like us on all the social media stuff. It really helps us grow. And if you've got any comments or anything like that, please leave them below. All right, mate. Who are you? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Jakub Lehman. I was born here in Ulverstone, attended Sacred Heart Primary School. I think you was there as well, Aaron. Then, off to Ulverstone High School after that. And after pretty much, it was 12 years of school, 12, 13 years of school, I was pretty much done with that.
Most people are, hopefully. Yeah.
So, obviously, I had the opportunity to go to Don or Hellier and complete 11 and 12. But, I didn't have any interest in doing that. So, I got straight into the workforce. Kind of bounced between jobs pretty much for the first couple of years. And it wasn't until I turned 21 and then I relocated over the mainland, over to New South Wales, and got into the construction industry over there. And then pretty much for the next nine years, I was just solely the construction and mining industry, kind of just bouncing back and forth between the both. And then, 3 years ago, I made a pretty big jump, bit of a leap of faith. And I was, my second son, Eli, he was born and he was about 4 days old, and I went down to Savage River to do my shift. And I was about 2 days into the swing and I walked up to my boss and I just said, mate, I can't do this. Like, I've got a 4-day-old son sitting at home and my partner's at home and my other boy's at home. And I just said, that's it, I've had a bit of a gutful of this. So I kind of pulled the pin and, that was it, threw the towel in and drove home and didn't really – I was driving back from Savage River and I kind of started thinking to myself, what'd you do that for, you idiot?
No plan there.
There was no plan at all. And I kind of got home, and the best thing was because our roster was scheduled for the next 6 weeks, I was rostered on. So I was paid. It was kind of like being paid pro rata kind of thing. Yeah. So I was established for the next 6 weeks as far as income came. But apart from that, I was just kind of thinking to myself, crap, what am I going to do now? Like, this is, so I actually was going to go into occupational health and safety. And then I seen a job on Seek, which was with a real estate agency over in Burnie. And I thought, that'd be all right. You can do that, 5 days a week and, 8 hours a day. Little did I know, it's nothing. It is nothing like that. it's more about 14 hours a day and 7 days a week. But I absolutely love it. I've been in real estate now for 3 years. I work here with Harcourt's Ulverstone and Penguin, and absolutely love it. I love the hustle. I love the people that you get to connect with. Every single house you go to is different. Every single person you meet's different. And that's what I love about the job, I think, like just because it's so unique and every single person, every individual you'll meet is completely different.
Variety.
Yeah, it's great. It's excellent. So you can go to work every day knowing it's going to be a new day with a new challenge, a new client, a new buyer, and it's never the same as the day before. And that's what I really love about it. So I think that's what helps me tick over a little bit as well. And as I said before, like just talking about that routine, making sure I'm established for the day and ready to take on whatever challenges do come my way as well.
Yeah, we've got heaps of stuff there that we can Oh, so much. It's definitely not one episode job, but we'll stick with the 1%er and the routine. I'm not a routine person. I could get a text message now and I'll be out the door. No worries. It's just we've got it. Like, I don't know. I can't do it. Like, we don't have a routine for our kids, so I am just in awe of the people that can do it. It's amazing, and I can see the benefits. I'm sure many others will see the benefits, but pack it out a bit more and tell us a bit more about your routine. Don't skip the gym. Everyone goes to the gym, but we talk about the gym a lot, and I understand that that's a massive part and it's super helpful. But just go more into that routine and how you use it in every day, not just at home, but at work as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as I said before, 5:15, the alarm goes off. I don't always get up 5:15. Snooze does get hits a couple of times every now and again. But, like I said, usually down at the gym, 5:45, 6 o'clock, every morning, and that's me. For the next hour, 15 minutes, that is me. I'm just there doing what I want to do. I want to clear my head, clear my mind to get ready for whatever the day's challenges are going to get thrown at me. Then straight home, sit down, breakfast with the kids, get them ready for school, usually have them dropped off by 8:30, and then it's straight to 33 Cups, the coffee shop next door to my work there.
Nice.
Religiously.
Routine. Keep going.
Yeah,
I might get in this routine.
Religiously down at 33 Cups there, about 8:30 in the morning, get the cup of coffee, and then she's on. Next door, log onto the computer, and then she's time to start ironing out what I've got planned in the calendar, what I've got coming up, what I need to catch up on, or if there was things I never got to finish the day before, and kind of go through. I'm a big note person, so I've got a book next to my keypad on the desk, and I write everything in it, and I just tick it off as I go, or I'll put a big line through it as I've done it or completed it, and that makes me obviously stay in that structure and stay focused. And then usually this is where it gets a little bit tricky, because with real estate, sometimes you can finish at 5:30 in the afternoon, and sometimes you can finish at 8 o'clock at night. It just depends, what you've got on that particular day. Sometimes, I mean, I've said this for the last couple of years now, I think real estate should nearly be an 11 to 7 job, because your day really starts getting going at about 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And when everyone gets home from work at that 4:30, 5 o'clock, that's when you can go and catch up with people. Because
that's what you've got to be available when others are, like, that's,
absolutely.
That's your service. Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. So, sometimes I'll be walking in the door at 7:30, other times I'll be walking the door at 5:30. So that's the part that I don't really have much control over, but I do like that as well, because it keeps me on my toes a little bit as well. But and then come home, spend the time with the kids, get them in the bath, and have them both down by 8:30, and then basically then it's me time. Yeah, then me and Nikki can kind of just sit down and just chill out and have a bit of a chat and talk about the day, and
good.
And that's and then the next day, just bang straight into it again.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
the notes is an interesting one, because I've changed roles this year, and I've historically been really shit for taking notes, and I've noticed I've tried a few different things lately to sort of get better at that. Yeah, and you might you put a flag on an email to follow up later, and it pops up, and you can chase it up later. Or actually, one of the other things I've just picked up in the last 2 weeks was a digital notepad, and the notes go straight up on your computer. That's really sick.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's that writing it down, crossing it off, that feel good. Yep, if I can tick that off, let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm a little bit, I'm not very tech savvy. I can use a computer, I can use a phone, but I'm forever asking the girls in the office to help me to do stuff, because I'm no good at the administration side of things in my role. But so that's why I'm a pen and paper kind of person. Yep. And once I write it down, I'm like, oh yeah, right, I've got to do that, and it's there in front of me. Yep. And I can, every time I undo my notepad, undo it to that day, today's date, and then bang, yep, that's what I had to do today. First up, that's at the top of the list. That's the most important one. Knock that on the head, and then just start going down through the list.
So obviously, just to backtrack a little bit about who you are and where you've come from, and that kind of stuff, and coming back to family and thinking about a lot of the purpose of the podcast is around that mental health lens. Yep. Obviously, for you, like Savage, was that you're away from home, 7 days on, 4 days on, whatever it was, but away from home, away from family, that kind of thing. Real estate can be somewhat similar in the sense that it can be all-consuming, very, like a lot of time goes into it, as you've sort of mentioned. Yep. How do you manage that sort of the family relationship, given that that's why sort of you left Savage? Yep. How are you finding that now in that real estate game?
Yeah, it's really tricky to find that work-life balance, and especially in real estate because, like I said, you're on demand pretty much. Like you're on call basically 24/7. Yep. And sometimes you just have to get home and you just have to know when to put the phone down and turn the brain off and turn your sole focus to your family. When Nikki listens to this, she's probably going to think, you don't. But like I find it vital that you really got to find that work-life balance. And, with that balance, you've got to put, X amount of hours into your job because it's your living, but you've got to put just as much time into your family because, they're the most important ones in your life. And I find it really important, and this is where I get you got to have a little bit of me time, like just you, and that's what I get out of the gym. From that 6 till 7 o'clock, that's just me. I'm there by myself. The kids aren't harassing me.
And for those listening, just to sort of clarify, because fucking everyone has spoken about going to the gym and exercising. We don't just loiter outside gyms and ask people to be on the podcast. This is just literally just coincidence that everyone's saying how good it is. And for those that are listening that are struggling with your mental health, if you're not fucking exercising, maybe this is a good indication that it is somewhere to start.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it helps you clear your mind. Like you could have had a really crappy day the day before, and you just probably woke up in the morning and thought, far out, I've got to deal with that today. And then I can go to the gym and as soon as I walk out that door and jump in my car, I'm like, righto, get the kids sorted for breakfast, get them ready for school, let's do this. Let's tackle it. So, yeah, it just helps clear all the fog in your mind, I think, personally. And it helps me, and that's also where I get my me time because I think you really do have to have, even if it's just half an hour a day, 20 minutes a day, you just have to have that little bit of you time just so you can kind of sit down, recap, if they've got something playing in the back of the mind, you can try and iron it out while you're there. Yep. But you need to have it. It's important. But like I said, finding that work-life balance as well. Because like I said, your job's, that's your living, but your family, they're the most important ones.
That's why you're going for the job, isn't it?
What's that?
That's the reason you're going to a job.
100%. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, you don't live to work. You work to live. Yeah. Sometimes you do have to put in the longer hours to reap the rewards, but then you can turn around, you can spend that on the family, like going on a holiday, going away for a weekend, whatever it may be. And that's where, once again, just rewarding the family for the time that you're not there at home.
Yeah, for them giving you up to go and do that, yeah.
Absolutely, 100%, yeah.
Yeah, with the routine, is that new since you've been in real estate, or was that always there? Like, I don't know, you're a few years above me at school. It wasn't at school, I tell you. But obviously, the mining industry and stuff and the rosters that people have, it's pretty easy for them to be into a set routine. Mm-hmm. I go into a new role soon where I will be in that sort of month on, month off roster, and I'll have to come up with my own routines and stuff then. And that's a challenge. I'm looking forward to finding what works and the balance. But, did yours come more from the real estate, or was it sort of always there through that construction mining time too?
Always going to the gym. Like I've been going to the gym since I was probably about 20, 21, and kind of just because you go a couple of times, a couple of days a week. But yeah, because I spent such a long time in the mining and construction industry, and sometimes I'd be down Hobart working, sometimes we're in the mainland working, down the West Coast, wherever it may be. But I'd always made sure that as soon as I finished work, I'd make an hour of my day to go to the gym, whether it was in the morning or after work. So I've always had that gym routine in there. But structurally, for me, since I entered real estate, that's where I've had that down pat routine for basically the last 3 years. And once again, because real estate doesn't really kick off till, it's at 8:30 in the morning, kick-off kind of job, I have that, I guess, a little bit of luxury where I can go to the gym every morning where other people are waking up and starting at 6 in the morning. I'm waking up and go to the gym at 6 in the morning. So I do have and then other people, unfortunately, they have to do their gym after work. And after work, I can't be bothered going to the gym. I just want to go home and put the feet up. So that's why I like to do it in the morning, get it out of the way, and then don't feel guilty when you get home from work and you don't go. So,
good. I'm an afternoon gym person. I like to, I'm the opposite. I hang out for the end of the day and love gymming of a night, because for me, that's that if you've had a shit day, you can go to the gym and right there in that moment, you can leave it all there.
Yeah.
So then you
absolutely.
go home feeling good, then you sleep feeling good because you're not worried about all the shit because you've been able to leave it at the gym. That's just me. I have also got a young family, so have also tried to start going of the morning, so I'm a little bit more present, like in the evening. And look, it's not too bad, but fucked if I'm getting up at 6 o'clock. Earliest I'll do 7.
Yeah, right.
Oh no, I love it. Like I said, it's because I'm a lot more energetic in the morning. You know, I'm a pretty energetic person most of the time. So, but in the morning when I'm first up, have that morning coffee, and I'm like, bang, let's do this. Go to the gym, smash it out, and then come home, and then that's when my day starts. Then.
It'd be interesting to see you after a coffee actually just
What about the
33 cups? They do a good job.
double shot.
Absolutely.
what about routine and kids? Like I said, we don't have it. Do you run the routine with the kids as well? Or you set 8:30's bedtime, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sometimes Thursday, depending on whether the footy's on, or do you do 8:30 and go to bed?
No, 100% 8:30. So the kids Nikki will put Eli to bed because Eli's 3.5, Lukey's 10 now. So 8:30, it's YouTube's off, pads down, in bed. You can put a bit of TV on, like watch a bit of Netflix while you go to sleep, mate, and that's it. And he's out to a bite before 9 o'clock, usually. Eli, he's pretty much the same. Like 8:30, he's might be having a bottle or something like that, and then he's out to it pretty quickly as well. So
solid.
With the kids, and I think that probably comes a little bit from my mum as well. Like my mum was pretty hard on the routine on us kids as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, when I got a little bit older, then that kind of went out the window. But she didn't have much control after that.
For sure.
This is when you were 7.
So we do try to stick with the routine with the kids as well, the best we can. Friday nights and Saturday nights, because there's no school on. Bit of a different story. Then we'll let them start.
And is that with not just bedtime? Is that you know where their bags are all the time and their shoes and stuff? I'm spilling some. We don't.
Sometimes
you hang them up on the hook each time. You put the shoes in the drawer. You do all the thing.
Yeah.
We've got the boxes there, but often they're not there. I think it would be a really beneficial thing if you could do it. But I don't know is that what people are doing?
Yeah, well, I try to get because Lucas is at that age now where he's 10, and I can. Not so much put him to work, but, I can make him do chores around the house now so he can earn his pocket money. And I'm trying to get him into that routine. I'll take the bins out, you get them in. Just them little, once again, 1%ers really. Yep. Because kind of putting it into them now where they're this age, then as they get to high school and start growing older and get into the workforce, they'll be used to, doing tasks and chores and usually all the chores are shit.
Got to do them.
Yeah, but when you're an apprentice, the apprentice gets all the shit jobs. Yep. So, it's no different for the first couple of years of your workforce. If that's the way that, Lucas goes out and gets an apprenticeship, at least you'll have the chores down pat already.
Yeah. Sweep this up.
Yeah, sweep this up. And all the shit jobs.
You're not allowed to say that anymore. You have to say, please sweep this up, apprentice.
Yes.
True. Yeah.
So...
No, perfect work, mate. So, we've spoken a little bit about routine and going to the gym and that kind of stuff. So I guess that all sort of alludes to that well-being. But is there anything else that you do specifically for you outside of that to help with, either your mental health or just well-being in general? Like I know that real estate can be a pretty stressful industry. So what do you do outside of routine and gym for you and for your well-being?
Yeah, absolutely. So, like if I've had a really crappy day at work and I'm, having a bit of a barney with a solicitor or something like that over a matter and things aren't going quite to plan what they're meant to be, it can bring you down and, sometimes it can drag out as well for the whole entire week, sometimes having a fortnight and you're solely focused on trying to get this one matter sorted. And it can... Because my job, there's no physical aspect to my job at all. It is all mental. So one thing, like if I'm having a really crappy day, I've got some really good friends. I can, just pick up the phone and just have a bit of a call. I'll give them a call and have a bit of a chat. I actually only done this on, what's today? Sunday, Friday. Called up one of my ex-colleagues, had a bit of a chat to her on the phone, just said, I'm feeling a little bit crappy. I've had a pretty rough week. And she just said, she goes, well, why don't you go sit down with one of your clients and have a coffee? Like, that's what I do, and usually it makes me feel better. So that's what I done. I rang up one of my clients and had a bit of a chinwag over the phone to him for about 20 minutes. And as soon as I got off the phone, instantly I was like, oh, it's not too bad, I guess, is it? That's all right.
Pick an easy one that you know you're going to get a good result from. And
it was like I could have thought of it to do it myself, but because I had so much going on upstairs and I was just so wound up about things, I just didn't think to do that myself. And so gave my colleague a call and she goes, why don't you just reach out to one of your clients and go have a coffee with them, or, sit down. And she goes, that's what I usually do. And so I done the exact same thing and rang up one of my clients and had a bit of a chat to him over the phone. And after about 20 minutes on the phone, felt brilliant after it.
Reminds yourself that not everyone's difficult, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's real estate. It's a constant hustle all the time, and I do love it.
It'd be a tough one for that too, being in that office environment and you're getting the shits on, and then you're just looking around. You're like, oh, they haven't cleaned that bloody window, and this hasn't happened. Like you'd just be starting to get cranky about everything, and you can't escape. Everything just would come in on top of you, wouldn't it? And
it does.
Just attack you. You can't. You sort of need to go for a little stroll around the block or something, and get outside and clear your head a bit, I suppose. Not gym, but it's just that fresh air, I suppose.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Or like I said, like picking up that phone and just having a chat to someone, like just to let a bit of steam off. Say, oh, I'm having a fucking shit day. Like this has happened, and they're just down the other end of the phone going, righto.
Yeah.
Yep. But sometimes that's just what you need.
Yeah.
You just need that one mate or friend, whatever it may be, colleague, client, whatever it may be, that you could just give a call and let a bit of steam off.
It's pretty interesting, really, though. Like when I sort of listen to what you're saying, it's prior to that phone call, you're in such a heightened state where your mental health is just sort of all over the place and running rampant and all that kind of stuff, and you can't think clearly. Like you got that mental fog and that kind of thing. There was a small little, again, additional 1%er that made such a big difference. Like, and as you said, like if you were thinking about it clearly at the time, you would have just gone, oh yeah, like I'll just call someone. But in the moment, you can't really, you're not thinking clearly and properly. No. So it took someone to tell you to do something so simple.
Yep.
Like a simple little task can make such a massive difference to your whole outlook on the day and everything you're doing. And it's it's probably a good validation for what this podcast is all about. It's just the little incidental things that can make such a massive difference overall for your mental health.
Oh, absolutely. And it doesn't even have to be a colleague or a friend, like mum, dad, your auntie, your cousin, whatever it may be. Just, that someone's on the other end of the phone and just kind of just sitting there for 10 minutes while you just rattle on and just get it all out and then turn around and say, right, then I'll talk to you anyway, and hang up the phone. They're just probably at the other end thinking, what the fuck was that about? Little do they know, though, they've just made you feel 150 times better.
Yeah.
They don't know that. But, you walk away out of that conversation going, yeah, that's better. I'm good now.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all it takes. Like you said, Darren, just the most simple task can turn your whole day around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a question we've been asking a lot of people as well lately is, have you spoken about this kind of stuff with other mates?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do try to catch up with my mates as much as I can. And if I do know one of my mates is going through a bit of a tough trial, I do reach out to them. It shits me when you see people, sometimes they'll write something on like social media. Sometimes that can be like a bit of an attention gainer for them maybe. And you see people go on there commenting saying, oh, if you need anything, mate, just reach out. Like, give me a call, always here. And I thought, well, instead of saying that to them, why don't you pick up the phone?
Make the call.
And you make the call. Like, don't sit there and say that you're here. Just pick up the phone and ring him. Yep. Like, you've read the status, righto, then he's having a pretty shit day or she's having a pretty shit day. Just pick up the phone and give them a call and just say, hey, what's up? Just saying your status. Are you all good? Like, do you want to catch up for a beer? Do you want to go for a coffee? Like, that's, it annoys, it frustrates me when I see people write that on people's statuses.
Yep.
So I just think, just pick up the phone and call them
and
or drive to their house.
You definitely get that's a way of people reaching out, but those people that are returning that comment, like sometimes it's, there's genuine, like people are being genuine. They do want to reach out to me, but not everyone has to see that comment. Just reach out to them, send them a private message. Like,
yeah,
it's one
absolutely.
that, like, Birthdays is the other one on Facebook. I hate birthdays. Like, either give them a call or don't worry about it. Like, flogging it, it's filling up my newsfeed with nothing.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I'm pretty bad for that. I'm always there wishing people happy birthdays on Facebook. I'm one of them. I'm one of them guys.
No, mate, I think there's been so many words of wisdom in there, and I think we could continue yakking for a long time. But I think that's probably a good spot to wrap it up, unless you've got anything else that you'd like to add. Like, honestly, I think there's 3 or 4 1%ers in there that people could take away from. But yeah, thanks very much for sharing them with us. It's been a really great chat. To everyone out there, look, if you got something out of it, please, as I mentioned before, like and share the post, subscribe to YouTube. It does help us a lot. And if you've got any comments or anything like that about what we could do better, or
if you want to come on,
or if you want to come on,
loitering out the front of gyms.
Send us a message. We'd love to have a chat. But all good. Thanks, gents.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, James.
Cheers.
Appreciate it. Really good. Thanks.
Awesome.